This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, discounted prices, miniaturemarket.com. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Get those guns loaded and ready because there's going to be a whole new slew of guns that we'll be able to use in this, because today we're talking about a new expansion for a popular party game, Cash In Guns Team Spirit. This is for 4 to 9 players. They add a 9th player, add some guns, add some other modules. Let me show you what it comes with. I'll see you on the other side. First, the game comes with 7 new characters: Cassie and Kush, Maria, Boris, Pinto, Mama, and finally Natasha. Now the game comes with 4 new powers. Each of those powers comes with a new gun. This is the Desert Sparrow, and the player that you're pointing this at cannot point their gun at you. If so, they have to change who they're pointing at. With the stun gun, when you play a bang card, you can choose not to wound that character. If so, they still lie down, they can't get loot that round, but they take all the loot they previously got, shuffled it up, and take 2 of them out randomly and add it to the loot to be taken that round. With the grappling gun, when you play a bang card, you can choose not to wound that character. That character lays down and can't get loot that round, but you get to choose any previously taken loot from that person. You get to choose any one you want and take it. The silencer is 2 pieces that go onto a normal gun, this piece and this piece. And the silencer is cool because it turns all your bang cards into clicks and all your clicks into bangs, so you actually get to bang more characters over the course of the game. Now this is called Team Spirit because it's designed to be played as teams. You can play with up to 9 players now, so they add click and bang cards for the 9th player. 9 players would be 3 teams of 3, and 6 players is the minimum you could play with teams, and everything in between. Now some of the team rules are you can never aim your gun at a teammate, and if you get a med kit or a clip, you can give it to a living teammate and they can use it. In the odd amount of 7 players, one team has 3, 2 of them will get this evil twin, and if both players are standing when it's time to take the loot, essentially one of them will be the evil twin and won't take this round so that it's evened out. Now at the end of the game, if you have a living teammate, each teammate looks at their scores by themselves and then adds their scores together. However, when getting loot and drafting the loot, there's a couple new tiles in the game, similar to, say, the Godfather tile. Someone can flip this and swap a card. You can swap any card with your teammate and you can talk about it beforehand. So instead of grabbing a piece of loot, you could now flip this and then maybe I give my partner a diamond because he's collecting diamonds, and maybe that player gives me a painting because I'm getting paintings. But you can also change any card. You could change surprise cards, roll cards, anything. You can also flip this instead of taking a loot if it's not already flipped, and you can add some money to a mercenary envelope. That's a new thing in this. Let me show you how it works. Now if you would flip that over, you would put that a piece of loot that you already had gotten that game and put it under one of the envelopes, and you would have done that instead of taking some loot. Now each team that's in the game, this is like 4 teams, would be assigned one of these colors at the beginning of the game. Let's say we were red. I would place this under the red because we're basically putting money to hire a mercenary at the end of the game. There's 12 of these mercenaries in the game. There's only 4 used each game. You shuffle them up and you put them out there and they do special things. At the end of the game, whoever has the most money in value under their envelope or in their envelope is going to get to draft one of these first, and you go in order from most invested to least invested, and they do crazy things. Like this one, Dr. Gray can resurrect a dead teammate. Lady Diamond decides to increase or reduce Diamond, the bonus, by 30 grand. Hotmail, it's a new team member, and basically this person gets the loot equal to everything that was in the envelope because she stole all the money out of the mail. Zombie Boy is also a new team member of yours, and they get all the money from anybody that was killed. So these things are pretty powerful, and you'll be fighting over which one you want to draft first. Now here's the other ones in the game. Note that some of them need to be played with the first expansion, More Cash and More Guns. And here's some of the other ones. My favorite one, Fake Elvis. 2 living players get married. Their loot is now combined together. As opposed to getting your score individually and adding them, you actually combine everything together as one, and you receive a 20,000 wedding gift. So these are the different mercenaries that you could possibly shuffle into the game at the beginning. And finally, there's 3 of these new surprise cards. You remember this in the first expansion. More Cash and More Guns. These, you get 2 of these at the beginning of the game mixed with all the others, and you can play one. You keep one, you can play one during the game at any time. And essentially they do different things, like this player puts a wound on one of the loots or loot tiles. If someone takes the tile, they also have to take a wound from the parcel bomb. Flashbang is you aim with your eyes closed and blindly, and then you don't open your eyes until after the courage phase. So they do different things to sort of mix the game up. Cash and Guns is always one of those party games that every time I pull it out, at the end of the game, we always go, why don't we pull this out more often? It is such a good game. Now, I honestly didn't think it needed another expansion. After the first expansion, they added some guns, added some new things, added a different way the piles work. I was like, oh man, there's like way already too much here to figure out what to play with. So I didn't think it needed another one, so it came out. But this does add a lot of cool things. Anytime you're adding new roles with new guns, that's going to make the game even better, because even replayability, and as you shuffle the cards, different guns will be in different games. It keeps things fresh. All the new guns are awesome. The stun gun, the grappling gun, even the Desert Sparrow, which is probably the least cool one out of all of them, because the other one had the big gun. This one is another sort of bigger gun. The silencer is so cool. All the new guns and new rolls are awesome. Absolutely love that they added those. The new standees that come, well, not necessary, not really needed. But again, more variety of people to pick who they want. I don't think it was needed, but it's in there and it's fine. The biggest thing here, obviously, is the team spirit and the team aspect of the game. Now, obviously, you need to play with between 6 and 9 players if you're playing with a team, but the game is best with at least 6 players anyway, so you're probably playing with that many people anyway. The team aspect actually adds another dimension to the game that everybody that we played it with liked even more than playing individual. Because with the team aspect, it's you're watching out for your buddy. Obviously, you can't point at them, but the cool aspect of, hey, I am going to flip over this trade, and I'm going to trade you a painting for a gem, because I happen to be collecting gems, you happen to be collecting paintings, and you can talk about things, being able to put them together, because your score is only yours. And then you figure out what you have, and then you add it to your partners. They don't all go together. And so that's a cool aspect of watching out for each other's backs, that you can give each other, the med kits and the clips and things like that. And so that team aspect really add a lot of fun to the game. But even more is those mercenaries. That is probably the best part of this expansion, other than the guns, which are also, I already mentioned, are awesome. Those mercenaries are so cool, because you're giving up some money, but you're gonna get first draft if you put the most in there. And there's so many of them, and they all do different things, but they're all super powerful. I like that one, that fake Elvis, that allows you to marry and put all your stuff together. So if you had gems and I had gems, now they're together, and we get a wedding gift. And some of them are super powerful, and I really like that, though. It gives you a different thing to think about, a different thing to go for the loot, where you have to take your turn as loot to flip that over and go. Those mercenaries are so cool, because they are so powerful, and at the end of the game, it can really change who wins the game. So overall, I really like this. Now, the only thing I didn't like are those surprise cards. They only put 3 new ones in there. These were brought in with the first expansion, More Cash and More Guns. I think there's already enough going on in the game that you don't need to add even more crazy and zany abilities that come up. There's already enough going on. I never play with those surprise cards. There's 3 new ones here. Big whoop. I'm not going to play with them anyways, because I just think there's way too much going on as it is. But they're there if you want them. So overall, amazing expansion. Not one that I thought that needed to happen, but adding the teams and adding those guns really adds a lot to this game, and takes this game to one that I already really, really liked and made it even better. So absolutely, if you like Cash and Guns and you're a fan, get this expansion. If you haven't gotten either of them, that's a tough choice. If you like the sort of team aspect, then get this one first. If you don't really care about the teams that much, but you still want to get some new guns and different ways to manipulate the loot, then maybe the first expansion, More Cash and More Guns, is the best one to start with, but they're both excellent. This video was sponsored by Miniature Market's Review Corner. The Review Corner features podcasts, video, and written game reviews by gamers for gamers. Miniature Market, the online gaming superstore. Thousands of board games, discounted prices. Check them out at miniaturemarket.com. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for backing me on Kickstarter, making this season become a reality. I'd like to especially thank those here that have backed me at the credit level. Now, these video reviews are also available by audio on our podcast. It's the intros and the final thoughts on GameBoyGeek.com. Click podcast.